What is going on, everybody? Kevin here for Channel Mana Leak, doing another Gatecrash 8-4 draft. You've seen my other drafts. You've seen that I've played Borborygmos before, and I think he's okay if you're running a huge Gruul deck, but I'm not going to first pick it. That's for sure. If I was already a huge curve and I had a lot of Verdant Havens and things like that, then I would probably run it as I have done before, although it was okay in that draft. But for me in this pack, there's a few cards that I like. Mugging is probably what I'm going to take. I mean, all my drafts so far have really kind of been very gruely. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I also like Croconura, which of course is a Gruul card. Could be a Simic card too. And then the other card I like in this pack is Smite, although Agoraphobia is pretty good too. There's nothing in here that's like an amazing first pick, but I would say it's between those three, and I think out of those three I like Mugging the best, and then probably Croconura second, so we're going to go with the Mugging here. In this pack, there's a few decent cards. It's another pack that has some decent cards, but nothing amazing. The rare is here. One of the uncommons is gone, so not, hard to make complete headway out of what that could be. That could be one of the Boros 2-drops, like a Sunhome Guildmage, or the True Fire Paladin. Could be like a 1000 Lashes. Hard to tell. I mean, like I said, this pack's not that strong, so it could be one of several different things. In this pack, Massive Raid's okay, I'm not taking it here. Disciple of the Old Ways, likewise, is okay. I wouldn't mind playing it if I was running a Gruul deck. But I think the strongest card in this pack, for me, in my opinion, is the white. It's not always good. Sometimes it'll be a 1/1 for 2 mana, but if you have some Balustrade Spies and you have some other guys, it can be pretty good. So I'm going to take it here and see what comes my way. Alright, well, here there's a couple. I mean, this is an okay Boros card, the Cinder Elemental, but the Daring Skyjack is really good. I'm going to take the Daring Skyjack here almost certainly. Yeah, that is what I'm going to take, because it goes with either of my other cards. I'm not sure which deck I'm playing yet. Obviously, after 2 picks, I don't like to get locked in. But the Skyjack would go okay in a kind of fast Orzhov deck, or it would go, obviously, in a good Boros deck. So that's going to be the pick. Cinder Elemental is good as well, but it's a little slower. Rust Scarab, I would be happy to play in a Gruul deck. It's fine. It's not amazing, but it's 4/5, so it's a pretty good body. And other than that, I'm not too wowed by the rest of these cards. Some of them are playable, like Midnight Recovery is okay. Zarichi Tiger, is okay. Psychic Strike's okay, but I'm going to take the Skyjack. It's by far the strongest card in this pack, and the Cinder Elemental second. Well, it looks kind of like Boros might be open here. I'm going to take another Skyjack. Again, it'll go good in either deck. I like Ember Beast a lot in a strong creature deck. Frodoculus is good in a Simic deck, but it's not enough for me to say, oh, Simic must be wide open, I'm going to go that way. Excuse me. Mind Grind is... I've seen it work okay in Limited, but it's not a reason for me to want to jump into Dimir. I like Shadow Slice if you have a lot of evasion, but again, I would pick that up later in a Orzhov or Dimir deck with some evasion. Here it would be between the Ember Beast and the Daring Skyjack, and for me it's going to be another Skyjack. Well, it looks like maybe Orzhov is actually kind of, or not Orzhov, Boros is actually kind of open. Angelic Edict's a 5-mana spell, so I'm probably not going to be playing that in a Boros deck, although I definitely would, but it's not what I'm going to pick here. I'm definitely taking Homing Lightning here. It's the strongest card. It does give me 2 red removal spells, which is fine. I mean, out of my 4 cards, I have 2 removal spells and 2 Daring Skyjacks and 1 white. That's fine by me. The Assault Griffin's also fine, but I'd rather have the Homing Lightning. So maybe Boros might be the right colors here. Skin Brand, I know a lot of people say they love 2-drops, and we already have a couple, and obviously you want to be able to hit your battalion if you're running a Boros deck, But I like the Assault Griffin better than the Skinbrand Goblin. The 2-1 with the Blood Rush is nice, and it's nice to have a 2-drop, but I'd rather have the Flyer, and I just would rather have the Flyer. Aerial Maneuver is not bad either. I would play that as well. Gateway Shade's okay. The rest of these cards aren't that good. Last Thoughts is okay if you have some evasion and stuff, but I'm going to take the Assault Griffin. Apparently nobody wants to play these cards, which is fine by me. These cards just... really, the red and white cards keep coming. I mean, the cards in the other colors aren't really even very good. So the 3 cards in this pack, other than Last Thoughts, which like I said is okay, the other 3 cards in this pack are both in red-white. So that's pretty good. You don't usually see Boros being very open. At least I don't, so I almost never end up in a Boros deck. Here, Scorchwalker's fine, but it's not really what I want to be doing in the Boros deck. So again, I could take a Skinbrand for another 2-drop or another Assault Griffin. And it might be right to take the Skinbrand, but I'm going to take another Assault Griffin. Alright, here I'm happy to pick up a Warmind Infantry. This guy's good. Again, Corpse Blockade's okay. I don't really like Foundry Street Denizen. Corpse Blockade's okay. Wildwood Rebirth is okay. I don't really want to play Mark for Death. I mean, these cards are all okay, but Warmind Infantry is by far the strongest card in the pack. And it looks like, not in this pack, but most other packs, we're getting past a lot of red and white cards. This pack is just kind of bad in general. I'm going to take the Foundry Street Denizen and hope not to have to play it. I'll just take this, again, the Zerichi Tiger and hope not to have to play it. Hopefully that'll be good for signaling purposes. Apparently Zerichi Tiger and Foundry Street Denizen are all up in here. I don't want to play 2 of either of those cards. And yeah, I don't want to play 2 of either of those cards, but alright, and a fourth to last pick, Martial Glory. To be fair, actually, all 3 of these cards are pretty playable, I think. Wildwood Rebirth being the least good, but if you have a Gruul deck, you can use the instant spell to pull back a guy in Blood Rush. But Martial Glory is good enough for me. Alright, I don't want to play either of those. So I'd say in pack 1, not amazing, but pretty good. I would say it's a pretty good start. For sure. Looks like people to our right are probably not Boros. I mean, we didn't see any amazing uncommon Zen Boros, and most of the cards we saw were white, so it's possible someone to our right took one of the good uncommons, or like Wojak Halberdiers. Didn't see any of those. Didn't see any actually red-white cards other than Martial Glory. But at the same time, saw a lot of removal and a bit of white cards. I mean, the Skyjacks are the most Boros-y cards. Assault Griffin, they're not quite as Boros because they're 4 drops and they're flying. They don't get battalion, but they're pretty good. All right. So pack 2, we open an Immortal Servitude. Not going to be too excited to try to run that card. For what we're trying to run, really one of these 3 cards, one of the red cards. I like Basilica Guards, but we're trying to be aggressive. We're not trying to be too defensive. It's a much better Orzhov card. Again, this deck isn't super aggressive at the moment, but hopefully we get some stuff, some more of the good Boros 2-drops in this pack. Massive Raid's good if you have a lot of creatures, which we might have. We already have a Mugging and a Homing Lightning and a Martial Glory, which isn't really removal, but it's a trick. So I think for me it's the Ember Beast or the Shanktail. And I think the Shanktail is good enough. 3/1 First Strike is okay, plus it gives the Blood Rush. I like Ember Beast. It's a lot more likely that we'll pick one of these up since the Shanktail's uncommon. And we saw a few of these going around later. And I wouldn't mind a Massive Raid. I wouldn't mind any of these cards. I'd even play the Basilica Guards if it wheeled, but let's just take the Shanktail. I don't think that's going to happen. Ugh, well, apparently the person to our left isn't black, or they opened a bomb. But the good news is there's some cards for us in here. Quartz Street Denizen's pretty good, actually, and we have quite a few white creatures, although I don't want to play the Zerichi Tigers. It's still a little slow. And I love me Grizzly Spectacle, but we're not going to jump ship from from red, because our red cards are actually pretty good. So it's another Warmind Infantry, or a Boros Elite. I don't love the Ordrune Veteran, so I'm not going to take it. The Bomber Corps I would play, but it's not amazing. So for me, it's definitely the Warmind or the Boros Elite. Again, I can probably pick up another Warmind Infantry soon. The problem with this guy is he's only a 1-1 unless you can attack with 2 other guys, which we might be able to do. I think this is a tough call. Someone who drafts Boros a lot, you can let me know if this is a clear call or if it's not that clear, but I'm going to take the Boros Elite. I don't like the Boros Keyrune. I think it's like the worst Keyrune, but it's probably in the best colors. So you gotta can't make the best Keyrune in the best colors. That's kind of unfair. So for us, Armored Transport's actually pretty good for turning on battalions, since you can just keep attacking and live through it. Great Street Denizen, again, is actually pretty good. How many white creatures we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're hoping not to play either of those. But it makes their guys unblockable. I'm going to take the Court Street Denizen. I think it's a better card. So this pack has really nothing for us. That's not good. I guess the best card in the pack is probably the Cloudfin Raptor. As you may know, I like Ruination Worm quite a bit also, and obviously it would give this deck a lot of trouble, but if they get to cast a 6-drop, we're probably in trouble anyway. I'm going to take the Cloudfin Raptor. Okay, so this is good. This is a late mugging. A 5th pick mugging, that's pretty good. Excuse me, pretty bad allergies at this time of year. Just in the last couple of weeks here, it's really picked up, so forgive my throat clearing and such. I think it's just a mugging. I mean, we do want a lot of creatures in our Boros deck, and Bomber Corps is okay. Another Court Street Denizen would actually be pretty okay, but mugging is so strong. Just too strong. I don't think any of these cards are super great. I definitely don't want to play 3 Zorichi Tigers. I don't even want to play 2. It's a 2/3 body, so it's okay. I think I'm going to take the Basilica Guards out of this pack, and I just plan to probably not play them. I think they're the best card in the pack. Do got to get a little more aggressive probably in this Boros deck. I mean, we do have a couple 1-drops, although I probably don't want to play this guy either. I really only have, 3 creatures. So in fact, I'm just going to hide him right now, and if we have to, we have to. But that's not the plan. In this pack, there's not really anything for us. I mean, I could take an Orzhov Guildgate in case I want to splash, but you really don't want to be splashing if you're trying to be an aggressive Boros deck. So what's the best card here? Loose Flux I've seen work pretty good. Obviously it's pretty slow, but if they got it on board and going, it would probably wreck us pretty bad. Cartel Aristocrat's alright. Dutiful Thrall, it's okay. Obviously it slows our ground game down a lot. I guess let's take the Ooze Flux here. White. A lot of people are down on the white. I think it's pretty good, actually. I'm going to take it. Obviously, I wouldn't have hate drafted that if there was anything in that pack for this deck, but there was not. I don't think a single black or red card in there. Or a white or red card, but if there was, it was a janky one. So this is the pack we opened. Yeah, a lot of cards we won't play. I mean, I could play a Beckon Apparition, I guess, but I think I'd rather just pick the Immortal Servitude up. In an absolute pinch, we could run Immortal Servitude for some sort of 3 or something. That's not the plan, but we absolutely had to, could do it. Sunday night here. Not really looking forward to going back to work tomorrow. Not a big fan of going to work. Although most people aren't. I guess that's why we get paid to go there. I wouldn't have to pay us if we loved to go there. But it is what it is. More exciting news. Baseball season starts next Sunday. Pretty big baseball fan, so pretty excited about that. And in other fun news, I did go play poker this weekend. Both me and my girlfriend won, so it's good. If I lose some magic drafts, got some money saved up, so that's good. Okay, more cards we cannot play. So the person to our left must not have really read. I mean, it's possible these cards are just not in our colors, but maybe the people behind us went red, white anyway, or a lot of green cards. I don't know. It's a little concerning that we haven't seen any of the really good Boros 2-drops. We can actually play it back in Apparition if we have to, and by the way, it does work with Court Street Denizen. But we'll see what happens here in Pack 3. I would say our deck started out pretty okay with the Daring Skyjacks. Maybe someone just doesn't like Daring Skyjack. But it went downhill quite a bit. Here, the Halberdiers are good. Sapphire Drake's, I think, very good in Simic. You get all your Evolve guys to fly, like Snapjaws all of a sudden become really good. Ceratox, same way. Frilled Oculus is just good. Blue and Primordial haven't played yet. 7-drop in this set. Most people are pretty down on, but I guess in a slow deck it would work. For us here, it's pretty much the only card in the pack, so we're not going to wheel anything out of this pack because it's the only card in the pack for us. But Orzhov Charm's really good. Yeah, that's about it. And there's an Angelic Skirmisher. So, when I was talking to people the other day about thinking, in my opinion, that Clan Defiance is the best rare in the set, they said they would take the Angelic Skirmisher over Clan Defiance. They think it's a better rare. I'm not sure about that. And it's a 6-drop in a Boros deck, so I mean, definitely it's something to think about, because there's another Wojak Halberdiers here. So the guy to our right must not be white, because he would have taken that card, or this card, if he was in Boros. I'd actually be really happy to run the Halberdiers, and it might even be the right pick if you're trying to be fast. But the Skirmisher is just so good. I mean, it can win the game by itself, and I think I gotta take the Skirmisher. I mean, I would love to have the Halberdiers, but we're going to run the Skirmisher out there. Well, I'm not really sure what the guy to our right is, because he just passed the Skirmisher, which means he's probably not white, unless he's Boros, in which case he left a Wojak Halberdier, so maybe there's something better. It's clearly not Gruul, because there's a Rebel Hulk and a Scarred Guildmage, and if he was Orzhov, he probably would have taken this card. So I'm a little confused. It's okay, that happens. For us, we're going to take the Syndic of Tithes. It's a 2-2 for 2. It's not amazing, but 2-drops in a Boros are good. Don't want to run this. Killing Glare is really good, so maybe the guy to our right is Boros, and just opened something he liked better than Wojak Halberdiers and didn't want to run a 6-drop. That's possible. I mean, like I said, this might not have been the right choice. The 6-drop may not have been as good as running another Wojak Halberdiers, who are just so good, and you're trying to win early, but it's hard for me to pass the Skirmisher. Maybe that's a bad choice. Alright, I like Firefist Striker quite a bit. Obviously, you need to be battalioning, but if we can get our battalion going with the Halberdiers and the Skyjacks and the Firefist Strikers, we might be onto something. Bomber Corps is okay, but taking the Firefist Striker. Oh my goodness. What? I think 1000 Lashes is the best uncommon in the set, probably. And again, I'm kind of more of a control-y type of player, so I love 1000 Lashes and I love Grizzly Spectacle. But I don't know how this gets to the 5th pick. I mean, really? Like, no one is playing Orzhov. I can't even really think of many cards I would take over this in Orzhov. I mean, I guess you open an Obzedat, or maybe an Alms Beast or something is pretty strong, but anyway, we're not taking that because we're not going to splash, and the Smite is good too, but we're going to take the Ember Beast here, and it could do another 2-drop, but I'd rather have the stronger creature. Need to have a little bit of beef in there. Okay, and you know, I've taken a couple Assault Griffins over this guy several times. Apparently they're always in a pack right next to each other, but I'm going to take a second Fire Fist Striker. It's just stronger, I think. Well, I don't know. The Dust Mantle Galvamage is pretty good, and I think it's pretty good in Dimir, but I'm not really much of a Dimir kind of guy. So it's between these three cards. I don't love Fortress Cyclops. I mean, it's real good with Angelic Skirmisher. If you give him First Strike or something, it makes him 6/3. I like him better as a blocker, which isn't really great because I'm trying to be aggressive. So 6/3 is fine. I mean, if they can't block him, that's good, but it's between these two, I think, for me. And I think maybe just another 2/1 is the way to go. I already got a couple of Assault Griffins. I passed the Skinbrand Goblin about 15 times already. I'll take another Martial Glory. Alright, so this pack went a little bit better. I'm a little confused. I'm not really sure what the people to our right are playing. Especially when I saw those Gruul cards and Orzhov cards. And sometimes it's just hard to figure out what people are trying to do. You see, you know, 1,000 Lashes, and just because I think it's an amazing card, you know, someone might have wanted something else instead. I mean, I don't really know about that. So our card's dried up, but we do have... Well, I don't really want to play 2 to Zorichi Tiger, so I guess we'll have to see. We might be a little light on playables. I don't really know how these cards got here to like the last 2-3 picks. The Syndicate Enforcer is pretty good too. I guess I probably could have hated the Syndicate Enforcer, but... Okay, so it's gonna be a little light. So maybe someone to our right was playing some sort of a Boros deck. And that's almost why I almost never draft Boros, is it just always end up getting cut so hard. And a great Boros deck is probably better than any of the other decks, but a Boros deck where everyone's taking red-green, white, or red-white, splashing green, it just makes it so much harder to make a great deck. And I don't think this is going to be any exception to that rule. But let's build it up and see what we want to do. Alright, so we're at 21 here of cards that I am going to play. I'm not obviously very excited about playing Basilica Guards, since it's not really... it's a very defensive card, but I guess if I have to play it and wait a turn or two, I guess it's okay. Maybe Extort will be okay. I'm not excited about playing this, but out of what I have over here to pick from, I think it's probably worth playing. So that leaves me with 2 more cards to play out of these cards. A lot of Boros decks want to run 16 land because they're so like 2-drop heavy, and that might be right even in this deck, but I am running an Angelic Skirmisher, and again, maybe this was a bad choice. Maybe I should have ran another Wojak Halberdiers. Would my deck be better with another Wojak Halberdiers? I don't know, we'll see. I guess if we draw the Angelic Skirmisher early and it costs, and having a Halberdiers would have won us the game, we'll know. But this is what we have, so I'm going to run 17 land. So out of these cards, I have to play 2 of them. I don't want to play any of these cards. So the Servitude, I mean, could be okay. I have a lot of 2-drops. I mean, not the Martial Glories. I guess I have 7 2-drops, so I'm not going to run that. So it's between these cards. How many red do I have? 7 red creatures. This is going to be a 1/1 most of the time. A 2/1 other times. That's not amazing by any stretch. And that's only if I get them early. If I draw them late, just a crappy 1/1. So I don't think I want to play him. So maybe a Beckon Apparition and 1 Zorichi Tiger. I mean, you can kind of surprise you can surprise people with this card because most people don't expect you to be playing it, probably because it's not very good. But you can run that. It works with Court Street Denizen because it is a white creature. I'm not excited about that. Or it's 2 Zorichi Tigers, which puts my curve a lot more toward the 4 spot, but does give me 18 creatures. They are just 2 3s, so I think I'm going to play these 2 cards and 17 lands. And I think that's what we're going to do. I don't even want to play one Zurichi Tiger, especially in this deck. It's better in an Orzhov deck. It's 2/3, so it can block a little bit. You can gain life if you need to just wait around, but not so good in a deck where you're trying to be aggressive. So someone must have been cutting our Boros cards, because really we only have a Warjack Halberdiers actually in red-white and a couple Martial Glories. Some of these cards are pretty good though. We saw like really late Fire Fist Strikers, so a little confused. Not a whole lot of news or anything too shocking about me being confused, but I don't think the Foundry Sheet Denizen is going to be that great in this deck. I already have a 1/1 that's not going to be good unless I'm attacking. I was hoping the artifact that can just keep attacking without dying would come back to me, or I'd get another one, but it just didn't work out that way. A lot of black cards. Like I guess maybe Orzhov would have been a better way to go when you see those 1,000 Lashes and Grizzly Spectacles really late. But anyway, let's figure out this deck. Alright. Let's see what they suggest. I think that's probably fine. Obviously in this deck, I mean, I'm gonna need both colors early, because if I get stalled out and I can't play guys, I just lose. Have to win fast. I think an extra planes is good. I got a double white card, plus I have Extort. I could go 10-7, but I don't want to do that. So that's what we're gonna run. Good luck to us. It definitely didn't turn out as well as I hoped. I saw a lot of confusing cards and signals in there. You know, where cards in the pack were only red and white that were good for a while, but then you see really late stuff in other colors. So anyway, that's what we're gonna run, and we'll see how it goes.